Ranches for sale in Southwest Colorado, explained by an expert. Hi, I'm Ashley Blackmore with the Blackmore Group. We specialize in farm and ranches and luxury properties. Many of my buyers that are moving to our area have a lot of questions about purchasing property here. So it's important to discuss today why different ranches, even if they have more acreage, have different price points. One thing that we take into account when we're looking at a farm or ranch property in Southwest Colorado is how much of the land is usable. And what does usability mean? That means whether or not the land is irrigated or if it's dry land. It also matters if half of your acreage is on the side of a mountain or not. Another way to determine value for a ranch will be the proximity to national forests or BLM. This is very important in determining a price of a ranch on how much of that property is going to be landlocked. And the general public does have the ability to recreate on our public lands. So if you're looking at a ranch that borders either one of those things, that's a great opportunity and the value may be more expensive. Also, if you're looking at farms and ranches, another important factor to consider is what the status is of the mineral rights. Now, with the regulations of the EPA over the last few years, there's very few chances of new oil production or minerals being tapped out of properties. However, just because you purchase land, if you don't purchase the mineral rights or the mineral rights have been sold or unavailable, there's always a risk on a large ranch that you may be facing those issues in the future. When you're looking to consider about purchasing a luxury ranch or a ranch in our region, we also take into consideration about water rights. Now, water rights can vary as there's many systems and flows that deliver water to these properties. If a ranch has significant irrigation or river or pond rights, you will see that that price will be more expensive. And of course, proximity. Proximity to the nearest city is also very important, and you'll see properties that are closer to medical facilities, groceries, schools, or a town go for more expensive prices. There's also areas where there's only seasonal access, where a potential buyer can purchase property that may be remote and only accessible through Forest Service gates. That's something to consider when you're looking online to ensure that you're purchasing a property that fits your lifestyle. If you're looking at purchasing a farm or ranch property, it's important to work with somebody that understands what you're going to be doing with it. If you're looking to have a grazing cattle operation to maintain your ag status, then we need to ensure that there's proper fencing and setups in order to wrangle those cows. Colorado is a fence-out state, so that means that adjacent property owners and the government facilities such as roadways are in charge of ensuring that they fence out livestock from encroaching on your property. Let's talk equestrian properties. Equestrian properties are a whole nother animal. So in our region, you will see that different areas have different mineral contents in our soils. A really important thing to keep an eye out is selenium levels. If you're grazing or having horses, it's important to ensure that the soil doesn't have too much selenium. What that can lead to is it can lead to tail loss, hoof sloughing, and a multitude of other issues if your animal runs into selenium poisoning. If you're gonna live on your farm and ranch full time, it's very important to make sure that we have the proper water sources generating and performing on your property. So if you're purchasing a property with a well, it's important to know that the gallons per minute will cover everything that you're going to plan on doing on that property. Whether that's having a main home, a guest home, and a horse property, a main home and a cattle grazing operation, or just a main home. That's very important to ensure, because if the well continues to get drier and drier year over year, and there's not a cistern already in place, you may be faced having to drill a new well or getting a cistern installed. There's a lot of things that go into buying a ranch in Southwest Colorado, from mineral rights, gas wells, easements, and accessibility. There's also a thing called La Plata Open Space. Plata Open Space Conservancy has been around for a while, and that's where the landowners that currently or previously own the property put it into a conservation easement. This is important because it protects the property from future development. However, as a buyer moving into our region, it's important that you understand what those regulations and restrictions mean for you. If you're looking at purchasing a farm or ranch in Durango or the surrounding areas, please contact one of us at the Blackmore Group and we will be happy to assist.